comment in the comment section below, you guys. It's the best way to preserve. Then go ahead and click on the advanced tab, and down here where it says stream delay, you guys want to make sure that you enable stream delay and have it set on 1 second and turn off preserve cutoff point. If you do not have stream delay enabled, you will have what is called a natural delay, which can be anywhere from 5 to 20 seconds long. Turning on your stream delay and setting it at 1 second will cut off your natural stream delay and set it at 1 second. This is the best low latency setup that you can have with OBS Studio. All right, once you're done setting up your stream delay options, go ahead and click on the output tab. Here on the output tab, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at your bit rate, you guys. We wanna make sure that you're not over 6,000 kilobytes per second, okay? Because Twitch only gives you 6,000 kilobytes per second to work with. But remember, your OBS Studio also needs kilobytes per second to render your audio. So leave about 500 to 1,000 kilobytes per second for audio, and then you could use 5,000 kilobytes per second for your bitrate for your video output. If you set this for 6,000 kilobytes, then your audio is going to take you over 6,000 kilobytes, which means that you're going to exceed what Twitch allows you to use, which is going to slow your rendering process, which is going to increase your latency, which will increase your stream delay. You want to make sure that your bitrate is set properly. I'll go ahead and show this graphic on the screen right now. If you're not sure how fast your internet is, go ahead and go to Google and type in speed test. And then click run, not the download speed, okay? You get bit rate, and that you're putting it in right here. And remember to leave room for audio rendering. Well, that's it, you guys. It's as easy as that to fix your stream delay in OBS Studio. If this video helped you out, do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Well, there's only one reason why you clicked on this video, and that's because you got stream delay and you need my help. Don't worry, I got you. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gen X, and here in today's video, I'm going to be helping you all out with that. Alright, to get started, go ahead into OBS Studio and click File, and then select Settings. Once your settings is open, go ahead and click on the Advanced tab. Here on the Advanced tab, you're going to scroll down until you see Stream Delay. Here on Stream Delay, you're going to click Enable. Once it's enabled, you're going to set the duration to 1 second. And then here on Preserve Cutoff Point, go ahead and turn that off. What this does is set your stream delay to 1 second, which is a good thing, because your natural stream delay is anywhere between 5 and 20 seconds long. Setting it to 1 second is the best optimal setting in OBS Studio that you could possibly have. Once you have your stream delay set, go ahead and click on the Output tab. Here on the Output tab, we're going to be concentrating on rate control and bitrate. Under rate control, make sure that you're set on constant bitrate. It's the best option for you no matter what the speed of your internet. And then here on bitrate, if you've got a fast internet, you want to set it at 7,500 kilobytes per second. Twitch maxes out at 8,000 kilobytes per second, which means that you need to leave room for audio kilobytes per second. If you set this at 8,000, your audio is going to end up generating at least 200, which is going to put you over 8,000. That's going to generate stream delay. Also, if Twitch catches you going over 8,000, they're going to throttle you back down to 7,200, and your stream quality is going to be garbage. If you have a bad internet, just set your bitrate to 4,500 kilobytes per second. That's enough to keep your stream going at a decent quality and keep your stream delay at a minimum. If you're unsure of your internet speed, just go ahead and do a speed test. Go into your browser, type speed test, and then click Start here under Internet Speed. It only takes a couple seconds. When it's done with the speed test, it'll show your results below. We're going to be concentrating on your upload speed here. Keep in mind, if you're sharing the internet in your house, that you have to divide this upload speed in half, or even by 3 times if you have 3 other people in the house using the internet at the same time as you. If nobody else is using the internet, then this upload speed is all yours. Once you have your upload speed, you could better understand how fast your internet is and what you need to be setting your bitrate at. Like I said, 7,500 max. max, 4,500 at a minimum, and anything in between. 4,500 at a, like I said, 7,500 max internet is, and what you need to be setting your bitrate at. Like I said, 7,500. 500 max, 4,500 at a minimum. And anything in between, you might have to mess with it just to get it right. And one last thing that you could do if you're streaming on Twitch, click the stream tab, and down here you can select ignore streaming service setting recommendations. This will allow you to set your bitrate higher than 6,000. Again, don't go over 8,000. Twitch will throttle you back down below 720 and you will experience high stream delay. Well, that's it, everybody. It's as easy as that to fix a stream delay on your OBS Studio. Again, if this video helped you out at all, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate every single
Are you ready to take your streaming or media creation career to the next? Are you ready to take your streaming or media creation career? A word that frequently gets thrown around when discussing video recording and editing is bitrate. What does that mean? The phrase refers to the data rate of your video recording or live stream, usually referred to some amount of bits per second. Don't confuse this with bytes. We normally measure files in bytes, megabytes, gigabytes, and so on, but bits are different. Size-wise, bits are 1/8 of the size of a byte. This actually makes it easier to talk about when it comes to streaming, as if you run an internet speed test, it measures this in megabits instead of megabytes per second. A higher bit rate equals more bits per second, which generally means higher quality. But depending on your upload speed, computer specs, and so on, you may not be able to use a higher bit rate. Or if you set it absurdly high, eventually any quality increase might be insignificant, especially compared to the cost of high file sizes that are created by such high bit rates. There's a few things you need to consider when choosing a bitrate for streaming or recording. Let's take a look at streaming first. With streaming, you must primarily take your internet connection into consideration. As I've mentioned before, due to packet loss, interference, and other issues, the most reliable upstream connection will be through a wired internet connection, not over a wireless signal. Go to openspeedtest.com or speedtest.net and test your upload speed. For live streaming, the highest recommended bitrate is roughly equals to 75% of your total upload speed. Regardless of your upload speed, be it 300, 30, or 5 megabits per second, you can't push the whole speed all the time. Other things run on your network and require bandwidth, and if you're playing games, you'll need some room or it will be a laggy mess as well. This bitrate includes audio too, so if your upload speed is 5 megabits per second, the most I'd recommend for a total bitrate for a stream is 3.75 megabits per second. With roughly roughly 200 kilobits per second being allocated for the audio. Of course, as with anything, you'll need to do some test streams to make sure your connection can actually handle pushing that many bits for hours on end, and that you aren't dropping frames or not pushing data enough. OBS Studio now shows color indication for your stream health, which shows how well your connection is maintaining the stream settings. With Twitch, you'll also want to keep your viewers in mind. Generally speaking, transcoding, the process of providing converted versions of a stream broadcast at lower qualities so it's easier to watch, was something only reserved for Twitch partners. They've made great strides since then, making transcoding available to more people. To see if you have this available, once you've begun streaming, sneakily pull up your stream page, mute it of course, or your viewers will get an echo, and check the gear icon to see if you can change the quality from source to high, medium, or low, or to specific resolutions. If so, you're good to go. If not, then your viewers are stuck with only the option to view the quality you are streaming. That means that if their internet connection can't handle downloading that kind of bitrate, then their stream view will just keep buffering and they will leave. This leads many streamers to only stream at a maximum of 2 megabits per second, or 2000 in the bitrate box, so that just about anyone can view it. If you don't seem to be getting transcoding when you start streaming, you might want to consider doing this too, especially if you're a new streamer and need to attract new viewers. Otherwise, if you have transcoding, we've covered how to set up recording and streaming profiles in previous videos, but let's focus a bit on just bitrate considerations in this video. What should you pick for your bitrate and why? What even is bitrate?
This video is brought to you by TubeBuddy, the best tool you can get to manage your YouTube channel. Update videos in bulk, syndicate to social media, and back up your metadata and more, all with this simple browser extension. Head on over to eposvox.com/TubeBuddy to download it for free and learn more. TubeBuddy! Download for free! Learn more! I love it!
I'm EposVox, here to make tech easier and more fun, and welcome back to my OBS Studio tutorial course. I have many more videos on the software in the playlist linked in the video description. Check that before asking any questions, and check the introduction video to learn how this course works. Don't confuse this with bytes. We normally measure significant, especially compared to the cost of high file sizes that are created by such high bit rates. There's a few things you need to consider when I recommend 25 to 40 megabits per second, or higher, for 1440p or higher. Again, you can always compress costs your video more in editing and rendering, but you can't add that quality back to the video. As far as my personal recommendation goes, for 720p or lower, I recommend recording to 8 to 10 megabits or higher if you're doing any major editing. For 1080p recording, I recommend 25 to 40 megabits per second or higher. For 1440p or higher, I definitely recommend recording at 45 megabits per second or higher. For 4K, you'll want to go 50 megabits or higher, but I definitely recommend 100 megabits per second or more if your computer can handle it. It will look amazing. At that point, you absolutely should be using NVENC or AMD VCE hardware-based encoding instead of X264. If you're doing strictly a recording profile, all of your audio bit rates should be set to 320 kilobits per second. Having top quality audio is important. Learning the ins and outs of OBS Studio can be nice, but sometimes you just want to jump ahead to the best possible settings. This is the video for that. I'm going to skip over creating scenes and sources and all that and get right into tackling the bit rates and what the different settings are for a high quality live stream or video recording. Let's jump in right after this.
You may proceed.
I'm EposVox, and this is the video where we will cover bit rates, resolutions, frame rates, and so on. If you need to know how to set up OBS Studio in the first place or aren't understanding some of the lingo, consider checking out some of the rest of my OBS tutorial course in the video playlist in the description below for more information. When adjusting your OBS settings for streaming and recording, there are three main numbery things that you need to worry about, so it's important that you really understand what they are and which ones you need. Those numbers are resolution, frame rate, and bit rate. Real quick, for those that don't know what the numbers mean, let's summarize. Video monitor's resolution. Alternatively, you can create a display capture scene in OBS, and when you choose the monitor, it will tell you the resolution across all your screens on any operating system. When setting your base resolution in the Video Settings tab, this should be either your computer monitor resolution or an input resolution of an external capture card, if you are recording from a console or external video device. Change the scaled resolution setting to be the same as your base resolution, as we will scale for streaming in the output settings later. Choosing frame rate is fairly straightforward, either 30 FPS or 60 FPS. You can choose 25 FPS instead of 30 for better performance if your computer is struggling to stream, but for a recording, this would not look very good. 30 FPS is easier to stream and record and will look much better. 30 for better straightforward, either 30 FPS or 60 FPS. You can choose 25 FPS instead of 30 for better performance if your computer is struggling to stream, but for a recording, this would not look very good. 30 FPS is easier to stream and record and will look much better for lower bit rates while streaming. 60 FPS looks a lot smoother for most games and is often preferred by viewers, but it takes a more powerful PC to stream. Next, go over to the Output Settings tab. Here, we will adjust your bit rates for streaming and recording and tweak a couple of advanced settings. At the top of this window, click the drop-down where it says Output Mode and change it from Simple to Advanced. Simple mode may look easier to manage, but those settings don't always work the best, and